Following a humiliating visa saga at the start of 2022 in Australia, Novak Djokovic will be allowed to compete at the 2023 Australian Open. The Serb arrived down under for the 2022 tournament in January only to ultimately be deported after then Immigration Minister Alex Hawke cancelled his visa on the grounds that Djokovic might cause civil unrest due to being unvaccinated. Once someone has been deported from Australia, rules stated they are not allowed to re-enter the country for 3 years. But last month new Immigration Minister Andrew Giles will grant Djokovic a visa and quash the 3-year ban on him entering the country, meaning the 35-year-old will be free to bid for a record-extending 10th title at Melbourne Park. Ahead of the tennis icon's return, Express Sport revisits some of his finest moments at tennis' first Grand Slam of the year. His first Australian Open title. In 2008, Roger Federer and Rafael Nadal were dominating tennis. Heading into the Australian Open that year, the Swiss maestro was aiming to win his 4th title down under and 3rd in a row, while the Spaniard came off a year in which he had won his 3rd French Open title. The pair had won the last 11 majors and that streak looked set to continue, but a young Serbian star stepped up to win his maiden Grand Slam. Having reached the final of the previous Grand Slam, the 2007 US Open, Djokovic went one step further, defeating Federer en route to the final. After losing the first set against another bright young star in Jo-Wilfried Tsonga, Djokovic roared back to win 4-6, 6-4, 6-3, 7-6 and lift the first of his 21 major titles. 2012 Epic vs Rafael Nadal. In 2012 the tennis world was treated to one of the most physically grueling matches between the two top-ranked players. Djokovic was aiming to successfully defend the crown while Nadal was desperate to snap a 6-match losing streak against his rival after being dominated throughout 2011. He started well, claiming the first set 7-5, but the world number 1 at the time began to assert his authority and wrapped up the next 2 sets 6-2, 6-4. Now being outplayed, Nadal looked to be heading for a 4-set defeat. He clawed it back from a breakdown and also recovered from a deficit in the tiebreak to take the match to a deciding set. The final set saw a return of the intense play seen in the opening 2 sets. Nadal broke in the 6th game to take a 4-2 lead. Djokovic then broke back to level at 4-4. Finally, Djokovic made a decisive break of serve to win what is, in terms of duration, both the longest Grand Slam final in the Open era and also the longest match in the history of the Australian Open. With both players operating at their highest levels, the match was regarded as a war of attrition with excellent quality over such a long period of time. The fact both players had to sit down during the post-match presentation spoke volumes regarding the intensity and physicality on display in a match many regard as one of the greatest ever played.